Welcome back, everyone. Believe it or not, the iPhone 14 actually kind of got leaked in a way. Now, this specific leak's coming from Front Page Tech. They did a great job with this exclusive. I'm so happy about it, to be honest. And this specific leak actually showcases a little bit of a different approach that I thought Apple was going to do. To be honest, the renders and everything that they did, amazing. I love them so much. But with the display and specifically with the back portion of this iPhone, I never thought Apple would go back to that flat back completely. Kind of like how we had with the iPhone 5, the 5S, the 4, 4S, and almost every single iPhone up until like the iPhone 6 had a flat back for the most part. Some were curved, some were flat, but it was a flat back. There was no camera bumps until the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. Now with the iPhone 14, we actually could be getting that specific flat back, which would be really cool in my opinion. I really don't mind the camera bump too much, but then they showcase the front of this device, which is going to be super awesome. So the front, probably the sizes are going to be roughly around the same, but you do have to keep in mind that Apple could be bringing in that hole punch display like we've been getting on pretty much every single other phone for the last 3 years. So if this phone comes out next year, we're already fairly behind, to be honest. But, better late than never in my opinion. Now, it's still going to have that lightning port, which is going to be perfectly fine. But the craziest thing is that hole punch display. Now, they mentioned that it's going to be for those top two models. So for the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So that's potentially what we could be seeing with those devices. But here's the thing. With the iPhone 13s, the 13s aren't even out yet, And in my opinion, I know Apple is not removing the notch on the iPhone 13s. I know they're going to be roughly around the same body style. They're definitely not going to be making any, too many changes to the body because they just changed them last year. They just went through 2 iterations of changing the bodies pretty much back to back. With the 11 Pro, they kind of changed them up a little bit with the frosted back, and then they changed them a lot for the iPhone 12s. So I don't see them changing them again for the 13. So that's why I think this could potentially be the case. And here's the thing even more on top of that. With the iPhone 13s, the body, they're really going to have to change up a lot of different things. I hear ProMotion's going to come on, so that's going to be awesome. But really, it's just coming down to the iPhone 14 versus the iPhone 13. Apple has estimated that a lot of people are going to be updating and upgrading to the iPhone 13s. So I think that's going to be great. And I think Apple is probably doing this on purpose. They're waiting out a year while a lot of people are going to probably estimate to be upgrading to the iPhone 13. So then come iPhone 14, there's going to be less people inclined to update into it in the first place. But if they bring in that hole punch display, that will make a bunch of people update to their device. And as Apple mentioned before, and a couple other people have too, and from different companies, it's weird how a new phone or a new device can make the last generation feel so old. And in this case, with an iPhone 14, if it really does look like this, then, it would only make sense for people to go and update to it because they don't want to have that old iPhone. And I think this is probably going to be that next huge increase and the huge update that we need from the iPhone 10. The notch is almost like the home button in this day and age. So Apple's going to have to remove the notch, and this is probably the best way they can do it. But it really does make me kind of interested to see how the iPhone 13 sales numbers are going to go if the iPhone 14 leaks, and if the iPhone 14 is really going to be that massive update. Are people going to hold off and not buy the iPhone 13, or are they going to go purchase the iPhone 14? So there's a couple different ways this can happen, but I guess we'll see in a couple of months, even a year, until the iPhone 14s actually come out. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.